in this video, we are going to show you how to cast with student or teacher devices. So first, before you can cast to the panel, any device that you want to cast must have the CleverTouch app. So in the training, we will have the videos and the links to get the apps posted with this training video. So once everyone has the CleverTouch app on their device, you would first open up the device, and there is a code up here at the top of the panel. If students are ready to cast, they would type in that code in order to cast. So in order to cast, all devices must be on PodNet. So the device and the panel have to be on the same network. Also, it must be a school-owned device. So you could not cast from your personal cell phone or your personal laptop. It has to be a school or district-owned device. You can cast up to 50 devices at a time, but only 4 of them can show on the screen at one time. So I'm going to have Lauren go ahead and cast 2 devices for me, just so you can see what that looks like. So when she does this, she's opening up the CleverTouch app and she's typing in this code up here. If I want to make this code bigger, I can click on it and it can be bigger here, or I can click on view the main interface and it will pull the code up even bigger on the screen there. This could be especially helpful for students who may be sitting in the back of the room. So you will notice that she has casted 1 device here, and as she controls that device on her screen, it would change here. I cannot, if students are casting devices, I cannot control their screens from the panel, which we'll talk about in just a little bit as well. So you can see I've got 2 screens here. If 2 students are casting their devices, but I want to showcase 1 student, in the bottom left-hand corner, you will see an X, but you will also see an expansion button. So I can click that expansion button and pull it up so that we only see 1 casting device at a time. And then I can minimize that as well. If I'm finished with this one, I can click the X, and now I'm only looking at 1 device. And I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that as well. So it may be important for you to turn on master mode if you want to be able to control when students are casting their devices, because we know that sometimes students may accidentally cast their devices, or they may be playing around and want to cast something up here. So if you want to be in control of that, you would turn on master mode. And in order to do that, you will click on the code up here, and then it says view the main interface, which will take you to this screen, this blue screen with the code. And in order to turn on master mode, you would click on menu and then switch mode. And I'm gonna click that little button. It turns like a teal green color, so I know that it is turned on. And it says all devices disconnected. So if you turn on master mode in the middle of a lesson, it's gonna go ahead and like kick out or disconnect all the other casting devices. So I'm going to have Lauren cast again with this code just to show you what that looks like. And while she's doing that, when students are casting and you've got master mode on, it is going to ask them to name their device. I'm going to hit accept here. And you'll notice it said Lauren Rata on there. She's named her device. This would, of course, be important so that you know whose devices to accept or to reject. And so when I'm ready to stop sharing this, I'm going to hit X and it will go away. Now, something to keep in mind is that the very first time a student is asked to name their device, it is not going to show up here. So once they connect that named device for the second time is when their name or their device name will show up. So just keep that in mind. The next thing I'm going to show you is the code refresh rate. So you'll notice that this code has been the same the whole time that we've been doing this. And so if you want to change that code refresh rate, maybe you want it to change every 60 minutes because you know a lesson is going to be a little bit longer, you can do that. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on this code. And because I'm in master mode, this says view the device list. So I'm going to have to click there. And then I'm going to have to hit this back arrow there. And so in order to change that code refresh rate, I'm now on the main interface. I'm going to click on Menu and go to Settings. And you'll see here it says Code Refresh Rate. I've got this on 30 minutes, but I can change it to 10, 20, 30, 60 minutes, or never. So I'm going to change that to 60 minutes, and then I'll hit the back button here. And so in 1 hour, that code is going to change to another code. You may find that you would like to control your Chromebook from this panel. Lauren mentioned in a previous video, hardwiring your computer or your Chromebook with the 2 cords that would be connected to the device. So you would use that if you wanted to be able to plug in your Chromebook and then control that Chromebook from this panel. We do encourage you to use the casting feature of the panel, but if for some reason you wanted to be able to control, you could do that from the panel if you hardwire it with those 2 cords. So we have been over casting, master mode, and the code refresh rate. Thank you so much for watching.